Art and music have long been used as therapy to help alleviate psychological and neurological disease, but there has been little study on its use by Parkinson's patients. There's hope for those living with Parkinson's that art and music may help with some symptoms of the disease. Senior arts correspondent Jeffrey Brown spent time with one man who shows why an active life with arts is helping him push back. The story is part of our ongoing look at the intersection of health and arts, part of our Canvas coverage.
You want to juggle?
Sure.
Yeah.
Juggling isn't part of most medical visits, but it is for 73-year-old Larry Ravitz, who's been living with Parkinson's disease for the past 18 years.
And you're able to play your instrument also?
And why not? So is some Charlie Parker on the sax. All part of the routine when he goes for regular checkups with the doctor who's been seeing him from the beginning.
It's a very tricky Charlie Parker.
Okay.
Ijaz Shamim, a neurologist with Kaiser Permanente in Gaithersburg, Maryland. So how important is music for you now?
It's real important. Maybe it's just as important as the art.
Music and art have been part of Larry's life as long as he can remember. And at age 55, he looked forward to more as he transitioned toward retirement amid a successful career in real estate to spend more time with his wife Marika and their family. What were you painting back then?
I painted a real estate painting. Who was right in front of you. I worked as a street portrait artist for a number of years.
But his abilities with brush and paints began to wane as tremors came. In 2006, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease.
This is our shopping list.
In the years since, Larry and Marika have worked hard to find ways to limit the disease's effect on their quality of life. Marika leans on a team of family, friends, and caregiver Emerson Adams Jackson, who shares many of Larry's interests, including the tenor sax,
Superman, here we come.
and helps him through his daily routine of exercising, juggling, and making art.
It's like taking a yoga class. It's like deep breathing. It's very relaxing to hold a brush, and that's part of the magic of the process.
You've had to live with this a long time. What's been the hardest part of it for you?
Knowing that I will not be able to paint the way I love to paint, there's a loss of the desire that I had. It's sad.
You had to learn to paint again or to make art again in a new way?
I paint from the inside out.
That's what Parkinson's did to your art, to your painting?
I didn't have a choice. Whether I do that or stop painting.
So these are paintings that you started doing about 10 years ago, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Frustrated by his inability to portray reality, but yearning for a new way to express himself with a brush,
My right hand is the hand that's most affected by the Parkinson's.
Larry embraced process painting, an approach that prioritizes experience over outcome. Did you like the process painting?
I love it. I did my first one. I was really in tears. I never painted. I never cried about my realistic painting. I remember I had one dream about a yellow bird that came out of the ground. And I thought, how do I paint a yellow bird? What do they look like? Mm-hmm. I just painted it. I
Made it up.
I made it up. Yeah.
So what a liberating experience.
I hadn't done that.
Did you see painting become something different for Larry once he was dealing with Parkinson's?
It's a therapy now. It's a good night when Larry's literally got a brush in hand and is painting something.
More recently, Larry has switched to working on a tablet.
It's new for me. It's difficult for me to paint the way I was.
So you choose the colors. Oh, so now it's like a real brush. I see.
You never have to clean your brush.
You never have to clean a brush. About 7 years ago, Larry was given deep brain stimulation, a surgical therapy in which electrodes are implanted to treat some Parkinson's symptoms. That greatly helped his tremors, but also eventually led to infections and had to be removed.
This is really good.
Is that good?
The many drugs he's taken and his advanced stage of the disease have also led to a new symptom, visual hallucinations, something he experiences regularly without fear, including during our talk.
Look, for just a second. And
You seeing something now?
yeah, I see probably about 10 people out there.
You see 10 people out there?
Yeah.
Do these images that you see, these visions, show up in your painting?
I paint them into my process painting, taking control over what I'm seeing.
The painting is a calming place. The music is a calming place.
It's tricky.
Yeah, this is tricky.
Larry's doctor, Ijaz Shamim, has been studying Parkinson's and working with patients, some 400 currently, for nearly 2 decades. He says that while experiencing and making music and art can help retrain the brain, the precise impact on Parkinson's is unclear.
Take a couple steps.
But he loves working with Larry and is fascinated by what he sees and its potential as complementary therapy. So what is the role of the arts and the music?
Yeah, nobody really truly knows because this is a new phenomenon, but there are additive benefits. And we have been encouraging patients, the patients who have artistic prowess within, to actually explore those things. If you do activities which help your mind, kind of connect different parts of the brain, you stimulate those different parts of the brain, then your Parkinson's symptoms actually get better, especially while you're performing those activities.
Do you prescribe art and music?
Can I prescribe that? No, there's no prescription for it. That's actually a sadness of the situation because there should be. There is a lot of therapies that are out there that patients can utilize that make them feel good. And when they feel good, the Parkinson's disease is not controlling their lives, and they are in control of their lives.
And so 18 years after his diagnosis, Larry and Marika continue to work to ease, but not stop, an inevitable worsening of Larry's disorder by keeping him active, surrounding him with friends and family, and making music and art. What's the most important thing you've learned?
I would say one thing I've learned is don't try to do Parkinson's by yourself. Make sure you got a good team. You got to go with the flow. Like Larry's art goes with the flow, our lives have to go with the flow.
How do you stay positive after all these years?
There's not much choice. You want to be having more fun. You have a reason to continue living.
For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Jeffrey Brown in Tacoma Park, Maryland.